Okay, I want to mention why you should not see The Hateful Eight. First of all, it is sound and fury, a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. It is a pointless, meaningless movie, contrived, glorifying violence, and ultimately glorifying racism. I think Tarantino was trying to see how many times he could say the N word. There's something wrong with that movie. There's something wrong, very wrong, with people thriving on that movie, thriving on violence, thriving on aggression. The guy, Tarantino, is obviously brilliant and talented, but it's just too bad that he doesn't try to embrace loftier themes. Is he entertaining the public? Is that perhaps all he needs to do? Well, sure, he could take that stance and probably does. But as they say, with power comes responsibility. He has great power to actually do great work, and I wish he would. Um, yeah, there's a whole level of violence and darkness in our movies now, which is very upsetting and disturbing. Look at The Dark Knight. Okay, suddenly Batman, who in the 50s, 60s, 70s, I guess maybe that's when it started to change. But when I was growing up, that he was just a great guy, and he had a lot of humanity and love. And yeah, the Batman, the Bat deal was to, inspire fear in criminals, but he wasn't a dark, sick, crazy, twisted, neurotic, narcissist slash egomaniac vigilante. He was just trying to make the world a better place and stop the criminals. In Batman versus Superman, they've turned these two guys into dark, angry, crazy, vigilante figures. Everything's dark and violent, and everything is resolved with beating each other up. It's bad. It's not good. It's not good for us. It's not good. The collective violence that's floating around in our consciousness, that's floating around in our culture and in our world. It's not good. It takes its toll. It has its effect, along with all the violent video games with people robbing and stealing and cheating and cutting off the heads of prostitutes, and it's okay because she's a prostitute. It's this. The sickness is intense. We wonder why. Why the Islamic terrorists. Do we have anything to do with that? No, but maybe yes. Maybe we're all adding to the insanity. When you look at all the aggression on the internet, people don't use social media to try to see someone else's point of view. They try to demonize. It's all about all or nothing. Demonize. Find something to criticize. Find something to ridicule. Find something to attack. Your ego thrives on that. Your ego feels great when you can just rip into somebody, rant, rave, attack, rip into them, and feel justified because you have a point of view about them that seems to make sense. And maybe it does make sense. But there's a better way to look at it. There's a better way to deal with it. There's a better way to respond to it than with violence, aggression, screaming, raging. It's all wrong. It's not good. There are consequences of our actions. There was some study was done with transcendental meditation where a city decided to have like a whole bunch of people, 1 million people or more, meditating on peace. And they statistically discovered that during that day or that weekend that they did that, the number of car accidents went down, the number of violent crimes went down. Probably, I'm not even sure, but probably the number of heart attacks went down. That people all concentrating, focusing, affirming, and visualizing peace made a difference. So all of us focusing on violence and aggression and attack and hatred, we are part of the problem we're trying to solve. Now, I'm not saying that we all think lovely thoughts and meditate that we're going to have like Islamic radical terrorists and ISIS people suddenly start, tiptoeing through the tulips. Of course not. But yeah, this is a long ball game. And in the long run, we each of us have to do what we can to stop the insanity, to stop the rage, to stop demonizing people. And along the same lines, to stop idolizing people and idealizing people beyond what and who they really are. That's false also. Alrighty.